In March 2013, the district converted to a new software program which included payroll, accounts payable, finance, and human resources HR. The HR module includes an absence entry leave management system that will be used by all district employees to enter absences. The absence entry system will go live for all teachers on May 27, 2013, and remaining staff groups at the beginning of the 2013-14 school year. To access the Leave Management Program, there is a link on the main school district homepage under the tab Staff and under the section Payroll Resources. The link is Employee Self-Service. This is also where you would access your earning statements and T4s. To access the Leave Management Program, you will log in using your network username and password that you use to access your district network files. This is your first name dot last name. Once you have successfully logged into the system, there will be an option at the top that says My Absences. You will choose the very first option that says Absence Entry. It is very important to note that the leave management system will not be used for professional development absences. These type of absences will continue to be logged through the district professional development system. However, all other absences must be entered through the absence dispatch program, regardless of whether a substitute replacement is required. You must select the appropriate reason code that you are absent from work. Under the drop-down box, choose a reason. A list of options will be available depending on the staff group that you are in. You must scroll down the list in case all of them are not showing. You can then choose a single day or a range of days, and it'll also require you to fill in the appropriate days. You can only enter absences for today or future dates. Dates that are in the past will not be eligible to be entered through the program. If the absence is in a future month, you may have to click on the arrow at the top of the calendar to move to the appropriate month. All dates that are stat holidays and weekends are not eligible to be entered as absences. Since absences for teaching staff can be half-day or full-day blocks, it is important that you clarify whether your absence is for a half-day or a full day. In a later screen, there will be an option to choose whether a substitute is required for the full length of the absence. If you have chosen a range of dates for your absence, it is important that you select whether they are half-day or full days for each of the days in the length of the absence. Also, if you decide while on this screen that you want to cancel one of the days, just uncheck one of the boxes on the left-hand side. The system will recognize the start and end times of your location based on the bell times entered in the system, so you do not need to enter start and end. The leave management system is directly integrated with the substitute dispatch program. You must clarify whether you will require a sub to replace you during your absence. You must also clarify whether that substitute will be required for the full length of your absence. For example, an employee may be taking a full day absence but only require a replacement for a half day. You must clarify by using the radio buttons yes or no. The system also has the capability for staff members to request the replacement employee that they would like. Again, use the radio buttons yes or no. And finally, please clarify whether your location is wheelchair accessible. The leave management system does not require users to choose a specific replacement sub. However, the option is available for those who choose. If a specific substitute is not requested, the system looks at different criteria to determine the best substitute match. It looks at replacement employee that last replaced the absent employee within the last week. It also looks at subject and level information that is entered by the absent teacher. And finally, it looks at substitute teacher availability. Substitute teachers will manage their profile within the leave management program to identify dates that they will be available for substitute teaching. If an absence is a time that they have marked to be unavailable, the system will not call them. If you opted to request a specific replacement substitute, you will see this screen. You can search by the employee's name by choosing on the binocular button, which will then bring you to this screen where you can search for the individual's name. If you're unsure of the spelling, just choose star and then a portion of the name, and that will be the wild card for the search. Once the system has made a match, there will be a drop-down list of the eligible employees that have that name. You will click on the appropriate employee and the accept button. For teachers that require a replacement during their absence, the next screen requires you to fill out the subject information and level information. So be sure to scroll through all the options that are available. For the elementary level, subject may just be Division 1, Division 2. However, at the high school level, there are many options available. And be sure to put in multiple options if during your absence you are covering different types of classes. Even if you have requested a replacement teacher during your absence, that teacher may not be available, so it's still important to put these other criteria, subject and level. At the bottom, you have the option of leaving a message for your replacement employee. For example, please bring a warm jacket as you will be outside doing lunch supervision. The next screen relates to the details of your specific absence. In the example, it is for a funeral extended family. The system recognizes, as a teacher logging in, this only allows a one-day leave as per the collective agreement, and therefore those limits are built into the system, not allowing someone to choose 2 days or 3 days for this particular leave code. Further down, you can see there are 2 required fields for this particular leave: relationship and name of the deceased. And if you prefer to put an additional comment that would go to the supervisor, you're welcome to do so. Once you're satisfied with the details entered, choose Next. The summary screen below lists all of the choices you selected during your absence entry. If something needs to be corrected, use the back arrow on your browser to go to the correct screen that requires a change. However, if you are satisfied with the details below, choose Submit Absence. This is the final step required to log the absence of the employee and also to dispatch the substitute replacement. The absence entry confirmation screen will give you a confirmation number for this absence with all of the details related to it. You have the option of printing a copy, or if you are requiring an additional log absence with a different reason code, you will choose the Log Another Absence button. Once an absence is created, a notification email will be sent to your supervisor with all of the details. Depending on the reason code chosen for your absence, your supervisor may be the approver, but some reason codes also require an additional level of approval by Human Resources. You will receive a notification email once the absence has been approved with changes, or denied. The substitute teacher dispatch step is done upon entry of your absence, not upon approval. Therefore, if your supervisor or the HR department has not yet approved the leave, the substitute teacher will still be dispatched. If you would like to review the details of a previously entered absence, or you would like to view whether or not a dispatched substitute replacement has been found, you will access that leave under My Absences, View or Change. You can look under a specific date range to find the specific leave you are looking for, and it will also tell you below whether or not a dispatch has been found for that particular leave. In the previous screen, if you chose a specific absence that you had previously entered, you come to the screen where you can view or make changes to that absence. Below has the option of Close or Shorten. This may be in the case where you previously chose a 3-day leave, but you really only require a 1-day leave. And since it is a shorter date, it doesn't have to go through the same approval routing. You also have the option to cancel an absence, which will also cancel the substitute teacher dispatch. All teacher absences will be logged on the web effective May 27, 2013. Staff should log their own absences in most cases. However, in emergent situations, a staff absence can be entered by a school clerical staff or Michelle at the sub desk. If you need contact information or require help, Michelle Gardner is available at 528-6702 and Rita Olson in Human Resources at 528-6734. And remember that absences can be logged 24 hours a day,